Did you not pick up food on the way here?
Oh yeah, and then
What?
Yo.
Is it just today on Kia or it's like...
No, it's paper. Yeah. Yeah. It's the same questions. That if you do identify the polyatomic and you do name the compound, same question. I just printed a Kia test. Because AI, number one, if you're online and you got a tab open, you can tell AI to answer it for you. The other problem is AI doesn't always give you the right answer. So not only will you pass, I won't notice, like you won't get 100% either. So you won't learn and you won't get the best mark. That's the worst of both worlds.
The answer will be weird, so you would notice.
No, because it makes mistakes just like humans make. Because it's just looking on the internet. Because it's just a plagiarism machine, so it's just copying things. So it'll just, if the question is not, like I ask a lot of questions, what would this be the name of this compound? And what I don't add to that, if it existed. So some of the compounds I guess give you don't exist. But if they did exist, you can give the name. But if it doesn't exist, it will have never have found it, and its guesses are terrible. It guesses things that exist, so it'll just give you the wrong answer.
are London forces intermolecular or intra?
London forces are intermolecular, so they're. So have you heard of the words? You've heard of the word internet.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the word intranet?
No.
Okay.
Coco
So
tried to explain it to me. She was like interhouse and then intra-house.
yes,
I
that's
still don't
okay.
get it.
So, but you know the internet, and you know interhouse. So interhouse is between things. So between
Yeah, so the
different. So that's an
London forces are
intermolecular.
because it's two
Yeah.
different molecules.
Right. Whereas intranet, intrahouse, intramolecular,
It's happening
inside. So in the bond. Yeah. Do we got everybody? We're gonna put away your laptops, get out your notebooks, or you have a quiz. We have until. And we got everybody here.
Are we ready?
I just saw your email.
Yeah.
The problem is I was going to write it at the end of class.
Right, I had a feeling.
We could write
That's
it at the
okay.
beginning.
No, it's
Then it
fine.
can take an extra long amount of time because some people need to wait. Maybe we'll do that. 1 second.
If it's like not inconvenient.
Okay. Got this going. We're almost done this.
Wait, are we doing this place now?
I think I've changed my mind, and so we're going to do it right now. So, put away everything except for a pencil and an eraser.
Can we have our data?
No. I'm going to give you a data table. You will get one that is fresh and clean. Also, I put out a notice on the Google Classroom. And the artwork we have on our data table was, I think, generated by AI. So I'd like something that's real. If you have anything colorful or anything vaguely science related, actually no. I might just put this on. It's a little violent. It's people dying by rockets.
Was anyone else surprised that Mr. Doler could sing like that?
No.
Oh no, he can sing. Hold it. Where did I put your? Oh, here's your quiz. You'll be happy to know. I thought I lost your quiz, but now I found it.
Oh yeah, we go to science quiz.
Okay, I'll first. Everything away. I'll give you a data booklet first.
Are you gonna hand back our test?
Do you want this back?
They're the last people that needed to write it. There's a couple of people that are going to do next rate. Hopefully did it yesterday, and then I'm going to hand it back regardless now.
Yeah, Timmy told me I didn't get the email.
I also emailed you duty person. Is there any way you could write it today? Do you have any learning center blocks of any kind, or time you can go to the library next block? Or but also, we had a meeting where I told you to write it after class, or write it this day, ages ago. Last night's was the, you didn't write it, this is your last chance.
Wait, do you want these back? Like,
You can keep them if you don't have one, and then if you have one, I take them back and we just reuse them for quizzes. They become the quiz ones.
so,
What's the
Okay.
difference between our ones and the quiz ones?
The ones I give you for the quiz don't have your writing on
But I don't write
it. Then they're the same. Yeah. Because you could theoretically write notes on yours, so that just ensures you don't have one. Okay, please spread out so you're not right next to each other. You can. There's a whole row back there. Remove your desks. They literally have wheels. Okay.
Thing, make sure you don't look at Will's.
Now this is 8 questions. It's a 10-minute quiz. 50% extra time is at 15 minutes, and then 100% extra time is at 20 minutes. So I will stop you. I'll only start counting time sort of after the last person, give a little leeway, at the 20-minute mark. There's only 8 questions. There are 4 questions asking you to name something. There are 4 questions asking you to give the formula of something. And there are 2 questions just asking you to name the polyatomic line. You don't even have to, name it, you just have to identify it with your table. Put up your hand when you were done, because then turn over your sheet. Then I can keep an eye on where we are. are done, if you could just work on this while we're waiting for the last few minutes. Well, is anybody else still writing? Ah, then you don't need to get those out. Put them away. And get out a red pen, or a purple pen, or a green pen. Zoe wants to call you. Yeah. Let's do it. That's all I see.
Yeah, go.
Oh, okay.
I got a black one.
And the same is too close to you.
It's like, I don't know.
So I read this one here, I went platinum, and I'm like, my test didn't have any platinum. Did I read this right? Because it's due in Persian, and so I panicked for a second, because I thought,
Oh, I have a plan. Put away your phones, put away your laptops, you don't need them out anymore.
I think I put platinum. I think I put platinum.
I gave you, really? Oh. Okay, peoples, four, you go, the number one, do not call across the class. But you will get your quiz back, so you're going to see it, you're going to see the marking. Before it even comes to me, you yourself are going to hand me your quiz, so you'll get to see it. Number two, put your name in small letters or initials in the upper right-hand corner so that we know who marked it in case, I don't know really, in case of what. And I will give you then the key. There are 4 versions, so you do need to pay attention which version you have. View, zoom, entire page. There we go. So in terms of which version is which, this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Couple of ones, if you have version A, anywhere you see a sulf, like a sulfide, sulfite, sulfate, anything like that, it can be spelled with a PH or an F. So if they spelled it with an F and you're like, oh, that's a PH, doesn't matter. If you can't read this from the back, let me know. Maybe I'll just do 2 of them at a time and make it bigger. See here, are you okay reading that at the back?
Yeah, it's just looking from standing up.
Okay. Oh, right, okay. So for A, if you look at your sheet, if you have A, it's a comma there, so it's either one of these answers is fine. It could be bisulfite or it could be hydrogen sulfite. The key part there, it has to be ite, not ate. The polyatomic ion for that one is cyanide. Now, all of these are written on a computer that can't do subscript, so these are all like K2S, CS2O, that sort of thing. So make sure you mentally put those down. Yes?
What if it says like write the polyatomic ion in this formula? What if they write the whole like formula?
Right. So
is that still right?
For the ones where it says write the polyatomic ion, if they named it, that's fine. As long as they wrote the right polyatomic ion, I don't care what else they wrote because that's the only thing I was asking them. So if they wrote even the wrong name, but the polyatomic is right, that's fine.
Huh?
is that mine?
No, stop. You'll get to see it. You'll get to see it. Yes.
It's great.
Siri.
Right. It has both of the formulas on this, so I don't know which one. But
Sorry, what?
like, it's only out of 2.
Right. So potassium hydrogen sulfite. Okay, where? No, don't return it.
I have a question.
No, you asked me a question. Go sit. Go sit.
Are you
Yeah, take it back. We don't return it yet. I'm gonna get any questions because they might be good. So you're in version
Yeah.
Okay.
You just need the polyatomic ion, and they said hydrogen sulfide. That's good. Oh yes. So number 2. Hold on, what version do you have? Identify the name of the polyatomic in this. Oh, and they just put cyanide. So that's right.
No, but it's got nickel.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as they put the right polyatomic, that's fine.
There was Roman numerals
If you have Roman numerals and you don't need them, the whole thing's wrong. If you if you don't have them and you need them, the whole thing's wrong. So Roman numerals are an integral part of the name.
So for number 1 for version A, if he didn't put the bisulfite, he just put sulfite.
He just put sulfite?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not sulfite.
Okay.
It is bisulfite or hydrogen sulfite. Because sulfite is SO3 minus 2 and it doesn't have the H on it, so it's a different compound.
Yeah.
One second, I'll go there and in there. Yeah. Yes.
Like you wrote it, but it's different from on there.
No, it's right.
But
And 5.
Which version you got?
see,
No,
Okay, so we're down here. Which number? So does he have hypochlorite? That is wrong. I mean, does he have hypochlorite anywhere in the name?
no, it's just
all
red
right.
on side.
Yeah, no, that's not the right
I
polyatomic.
have 2 questions. Are you saying that,
Whoa. You're not chatting with each other? Yes?
the one where it's like if it's anywhere in the name, but you also had like the Roman numerals, is that wrong or right? Because you're saying it's Roman numerals.
Oh, if I didn't ask you to name it, then all of the other parts don't matter. So if I only asked you for the polyatomic, then as long as that polyatomic appears somewhere in their answer, so for the ones I'm putting little marks on, that one, that one, that one, it doesn't matter any other part of the name. As long as they have carbonate or permanganate for D, chlorate and hypochlorite for C, and then hydroxide and hypochlorite again for B, and then bisulfite or hydrogen sulfite for that one, and then cyanide for the other one.
And then is it wrong if there's a spelling mistake?
If there is a spelling mistake, it is wrong because you can copy it off the data table.
Okay.
And it is required to, because for a chemical compound, you can imagine if I allowed spelling mistakes, you could go sulfate, and I would say that's wrong, it was sulfate. And they're like, I just misspelled it. And like, you can't misspell. And that's why you have them all. It's in a data book. Any other ones? Give them a mark. I'll tell you proficiencies later. But for now, you can just do this simplistic, give them a mark out of 8. Give it back to the person that owns it, then bring it to me.
What if you put chromium instead of chromium?
Like with an N?
Yeah.
That is wrong.
Like video.
How about this? Actually, new rule. If they made a spelling mistake, take a half mark
Okay.
off of each spelling mistake.
What about like something like this?
Yeah, that's wrong. So I just said you can take half a mark off, so you can give yourself an extra half. And it's on your data table. Like you can look it up.
That's the biggest compliment.
No, they weren't listening. So, which 5? Number C? Hold on. C. 5 is hypochlorite. Hypochlorite. Yeah. That's right. They got confused by the beginning part. So mark it right. Give yourself a mark and then have it. You're good.
4.5.
Bring it to me. And bring me the Bring it to me.
Do we
Bring.
have questions or just?
No. Bring it to me. Anyway. Make sure your name is on it.
I was so scared.
How was I supposed to get this? Who is that?
Yes, sir. Bro, I thought I failed when I.
Hold it. Where'd my phone go? Thank you. Oh, there we go. Is there there anybody I'm missing? Bring them to me. What are you doing? Keep them. Bring them to me. Bring them. Bring. You really keep walk.
What'd you get, Hugo?
Yeah. Bring anybody else? Anybody else? Whoop, careful here.
I didn't read the question. I thought I was in this room.
You can, that's me, I'm right there. It's, we're really on. Yeah. Smelling discount. Now, if you didn't do very well on this, we're gonna have a larger quiz eventually that covers all of naming. They will replace earlier quizzes if you do better. And then,
Will they replace them if you do worse?
no, then they just count towards your average. The later ones that do more always count, but later ones that do even more can replace earlier ones. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, as I call your name, come back up. Jimmy. Felix. Williamar. Grab your quiz. Hugo. Matthew. Ben. Naomi. Zane. Ariel. Alejandra. Zoe. Bertie. And William. And Lisa.
No, it's the
And-
outline chat. Well, yeah, but like
It's here.
it's only a chat.
I think I thought, oh, did I take that one? Yeah, I did. But I'll do that.
It's only a one chat. I needed to watch my reviews.
Okay, note set. You can now put the quiz away. It's the fastest I've ever handed back a quiz. Boom. Pardon? There's no hole puncher. The hole puncher wasn't working, so I didn't hole punch it. I'm sorry. The machine was actually.
What is it?
Yeah. I did get it working, but only after I printed it. Oh, there's a hole puncher there. Pull out your notes. And we didn't do these four last day? Did we do these four?
No.
Okay, do these four. Do them. They're in your book. Pull out your book. Pull out your notes. Do you have answers for all of them? Oh yeah, we did. Pull them out. I will start going over them.
Oh yeah, we're actually there.
Pull your notes. And you have to run at 12. You're going to 12:05. We may start some component maybe today, which is brand new. Okay. No, so scorekeeping. She's a very important person. I think that looks like it. Pardon? It looks like we did. I was going around. I didn't do them, so I don't think I went over them. So I'm going to go over them and then we're going to do the next one. Everybody got them?
This one?
Keep scrolling. Scrolling. Turning through the page. There. Okay. Magnesium hydroxide +2 -1 MgOH2. So you've got your brackets. This is the one that in our previous page people were most likely to leave the brackets off. So watch out for hydroxide. Also, later on in chemistry, this is also known as a base. Anything with hydroxide in it is a base if it's an ionic compound. That's not right.
It's like
It's the schedule.
Yeah, but they turned the okay, that's crazy. What are the Roman numerals for this? Does it need Roman numerals for the copper phosphate? Yes.
I have copper 1.
Copper 1. Because phosphate is PO4 -3, and there's 3 coppers. So they all must be +1. and the Roman numerals reflect the charge. Also, if we were to reverse crisscross, some students will go, oh, that 4 confuses them. But remember, if there's only one of them, there's secret brackets in a secret one. There's only one of those, so this becomes +1. That becomes -3. It is -3, so that makes sense. What is NH4? Ammonia. And what is SO3? Close. Sulfite. Sulfate has SO4. And that's on your sheet. NH4, HCO3. I emphasized that in a way to confuse you. Yes?
Ammonium bicarbonate.
Ammonium bicarbonate. So if you ever get to the point where you're looking at this and you're going, especially one of these magnesium oxygen hydride, or you're doing something like that, that's when you know none of our things have 3 names. That means there's something there you need to go look up on your table. So to do it the other way, now we have the names, reverse, crisscross it, give me the formula. 2 examples. So do the next page. And I'm going to call up an example. Okay. And if you want to skip all those middle things, that's fine, and just write the answer. So, identify the ion.
What's the
And what's its charge? Yeah, +3%. And look up hydroxide and put down its charge. You don't have to name them, the name's up there. Just get the symbols and the charges. Put it up here, right on it. I'll start identifying the ions and the charges. What are the charges? 3, 4. No. So it's always for iron. So the Roman numerals are always the charge of the metal. That's why before we were getting the Roman numerals from the charge. So now we're working backwards, charge of the metal. And then look up hydroxide. The symbols with the charges.
What is hydrogen chloride?
That's hydroxide.
And chloride?
Well, get it. Where's your dad table?
The essentials.
Yep. Where do you look them up? Page 3.
Would it be
All of them. Right here, page 3. You can look up all of them there. And you always have them.
would it be
So what's hydroxide?
would it be something
It's in alphabetical order. No, you're looking up hydroxide. OH, what's the charge? Minus. So put that there. Okay. Good. Excellent. And you put it together. Oh, so the iron is +3, and that is -1. So how many of each are you going to need? 3 of which one? Well, if you have 3 iron.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, you're doing it the other way around. Excellent. You try yourself.
So,
I don't really understand the math of it. Like, what do you mean by determine total charges?
Oh, what do both 3 and 1 go into?
I have an unnatural
We have 1
Pardon?
plus we.
And -1. So what does the numbers both 3 and 1 go into? What is a common number they both go into? 3, yeah. And how many times does 3 go into it?
One.
Once. And how many times does 1 go into it? 3. So it's just working out this ratio that you did like that.
Can I just
Yeah.
leave none of these?
You don't have to do that part, but you're missing something in that one.
Brackets.
Okay? What does the Roman numeral 3 mean?
Charge is 3.
FE, so it's charge on the FE. And what is the formula and charge to here for hydroxide?
OH minus.
OH minus. So this is what you do in your head. You go determine the total charges. So this is plus 3, that is minus 1. What number does both 3 and 1 go into?
3.
3. It could go into 6, but then you'll double everything. The smallest number they both go into is 3. How many times does 3 go into 3? Once. So we just need one of these. So it just goes in once. How many times does hydroxide go into? Minus 1 go into 3? 3. So we need 3 of those. Because now this side is plus 3, and now this side is minus 3, and now it is balanced. So note the ratio. Our ratio is 1 to 3, and so we have FE, one of them, bracket OH, and bracket 3. Now, you can go straight from here and go, oh, crisscross applesauce. 1 goes there, 3 goes there, and we don't write in ones and then erase the charges. And then just do it that way. That's fine. You can skip all that, but I'm doing this just so that we explain it once in case you haven't had it before and to show what you're doing. Ammonium, yes?
It's all OH in bracket
Because it's a polyatomic. Because if you wrote this, how are those different? It might be, but how many oxygens do you have in here?
Oh, 3.
And how many do you have there?
1.
1, so it's different. And so you have 3 of this whole thing, not just 3 of the hydrogens. So you have to put the brackets.
Can you write 3O3H?
No.
Why not?
Mathematically, that makes sense, but that's because mathematicians are crazy people in philosophy land who don't actually do any real work. And the reason we don't is because if I gave you a Lewis dot diagram and I said, give me the Lewis dot diagram of OH minus 1, you would very quickly do this. And you would give me the Lewis dot diagram, and so it is actually OH. There are compounds like H2O2, and they are different. They are not OH. And so we don't want to confuse them. So if you go O3H3, you're right mathematically, but you're wrong chemically. Mathematicians, again, crazy, crazy land. Okay, how many people are done the next one? See here, you have to stop doing that. One of these days you're going to get a concussion. And they're going to be like, Mr. Neufeld, what did you see here doing in your classroom that you can get a concussion in Science 10? How many people need more time on this one? Okay, what's the formula for ammonium? Charge plus 1. Carbonate, I'm going to see here again since he fell over backwards. What's the formula for carbonate? CO3 2 minus. And then can someone just give me the formula? Volunteer? Yes, Ben?
NH4 in brackets.
Ah, nice.
2 CO3 in brackets.
In brackets?
I mean the CO3. I mean,
What do I bracket?
does it really matter?
It does matter. So you got to pick naked choice. In brackets. And how many of them?
2 brackets.
You put a 2 here?
No, like just 1.
Just a 1.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, like you don't put the 1, but there is.
Oh, we don't put a 1, but there is 1. Huh. So you are correct that we don't put a 1. But if we don't put a number there, why do we need the brackets?
So we don't need brackets.
We don't need brackets if it's a 1. So if it's bracket 1, you don't need it. You're not technically wrong. No, sorry. You're not metaphorically wrong. You're just technically wrong. Because Ayubek just said you don't need brackets there. Don't write them. It's just confusing. And so we don't put brackets if it's a 1 on the outside. Similar process to before, determine the total charges. 1 and 2 go into 2, so you need 2 of these and 1 of those because we want to get 2 plus, 2 minus, and with that ratio we can do that. And ammonium carbonate, notice also this is ionic. Does it have a metal in it? So when you're looking at the difference later on between ionic and covalent, you need to watch out for these because they start off as nonmetals. It's one of the exceptions that you will know. Okay, let's get this going. Excellent. What? Oh, that's awful. Very quickly, just realized attendance. Alejandra, Ariel, Ben, Birdie, Felix, Hugo, Jonathan. Jonathan?
Oh, Jonathan's not here.
Kieran.
Yeah, he's not here.
Lisa is now gone. Matthew, Naomi, Sahir, Timmy, William is right over there, and other William is right over there. Not here, Zane and Zoe. So that means this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I can generate a few of these. So why am I doing that?
Yeah, I know, but like, why is it written like having 2 L's instead of 7.2? I feel like it should be.
Maybe it's because like.
Okay, find your partner
Oh, cause
and do those 5 problems on the board.
it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Find your partner, do those 5 problems on the board. You can check with other groups if you want to check if you're right. So look around you. If you see someone that seems to know what they're doing. There's 2 Williams. William Wren was behind you. So that's that. There you got the right
Yeah,
William.
I looked for the wrong William.
There you go. Yeah, all Williams are kind of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Except some of them are just a bit better.
the teachers here call me Ron because I was once in a class with 7 Chris's and I changed my name in class. As the teacher came around, I was the 8th Chris. I said my name's actually wrong, Ron. They got it wrong on the attendance and they changed it across the school. Okay, everybody's got the problems? Go.
We don't need to write that, just
Cobalt 3. I think that's just one big one.
Yeah.
then for that there is
That's
RU
gold.
minus, sorry, RU plus 4. Yeah, RU. And then carbon.
What end?
It's
Yeah, but it's just
I've added a 5th question.
Wait, do you have to?
You're welcome.
Wait, this move is
All 5.
Okay.
You're doing 5 questions. And then I will switch you out and we'll do another 5 questions.
Well, this one here is 4.
I think that's also.
Oh wait, schools.
Oh no, that way. Yeah. And then
Wow. Okay. What is this? CO? That should be cobalt. Here is ethanate.
AC.
Just do the first one.
and then it's osmium.
What's the name of that?
And then for cobalt.
CLO.
And then
Here.
Oh, that's actually
I will. 5.
And then the next one, is gold. And then the is just nitrogen. Gold is gold 1, nitrogen.
that's fine.
Just nitrogen. No, it's just Ni. No,
They got it in now.
Oh, you can't leave them using both. So you gotta pick one. Doesn't. Acetate's the old name, and the one that actually most chemists probably know, but ethanoic is the more correct name, but you can use either. And gold one, nitride, that's good.
Oh, either name.
Gold.
Yeah, so ours.
Excellent, nitride, osmium keeps osmium for carbonate.
Gold.
Yeah, nice.
Gold.
Ethanoic, nice.
and then
Acetate.
OS, should be OS.
Where'd my pens go? Okay, I've been around. I think everybody got the first one correct, so I'm just going to write it down.
Yep.
O S M.
Fifth one, I don't see.
Phosphide.
what's the, I think it's phosphate.
Gold,
Phosphate, but it's
Gold one nitride,
phosphide.
I thought phosphate was not.
gold one nitride, gold one nitride, gold one nitride.
No, there's 3.
Number 2, osmium, gold. Correct. Osmium 3 chloride. Osmium 3 chloride. Oop, chloride.
I mean, it shouldn't be 2, it should be.
Are you seeing, you have, okay, your number 4. 4 there is good.
It's fake one. Okay, it's got like the
Okay,
wood pattern.
there, that one is good, that one's good. And
And
your ruthenium and carbonate needs some work. The gold one, the last one is looking correct in everybody. Some people have number 4 wrong, so check your number 4, check against others.
We got a pretty good team.
number 4 is good.
So maybe like go to the white.
So what's tricky about number 4? Who's in that one? Who's in the second one right here? One, is this yours? Did Zane leave again? Was Zane here?
I'm right there.
Who's over this side?
Careful.
Who's- Were you in there? There's something wrong with the ruthenium. Also, I think most others have corrected it.
No. I think class ended 30 seconds.
What? 12:20? Oh, is that when it ends?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr.
Oh, is that an IV?
Yeah.
I didn't, your V from this distance looked like an I, so I thought it said I. If it's an IV, then it's fine. Okay, thank you. This is 1-9. This is your practice now. Your next quiz will include some of this material. So obviously not over the break, relax over the break. Recharge, refresh, but when you come back, that's what we'll be into, and a brand new naming system for covalence. Thank you.
Thank you.
And apparently go away.
What's in it? What?
Apparently class ended a minute ago.
Thank you, Mr. Newfield.
You're welcome. Enjoy your break. Have a good time. Did it end a minute ago? As a teacher, I'm always in a vague panic like, did I let them go? In calculus class, when I was in high school, I set the clock ahead 10 minutes, and the teacher let us go 10 minutes early. It was amazing.
You said club was.
Mrs. Rajat.
You said club was 10 minutes early.
We actually, before she came in, we moved the clock 10 minutes early. And then when she saw that our school, we were working below the school where we couldn't hear the bells, and so she just let us go early.
So did she think she was late?
She never noticed the time when she was when she started. So we actually
You can't do that now because everyone has like.
everybody has clocks, everybody has computers. Also, we still got in trouble the next day.
Yeah.
So
How did she find out? She like left and never.
when she left and went back, and she's like, "Oh, wait a minute, class isn't over." It wasn't, in retrospect, very bright of us.
Well, I mean, how did she prove it was you? Maybe the clock just changed it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those. If you hear hoofbeats, you assume horses, not zebras.
No, I feel like usually when we see the clock is wrong, we're like, oh, the clock is wrong. Like, no one.
I know it's still wrong.
I found you a good game, and it's chemistry related, but it has a swear in it.
It's a game, did you say?
A game about chemistry,
Oh,
but it has
cool.
a swear.
Ooh.
Am I gonna get yelled at?
No. Yeah.
I saw it and I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that was good. Yeah.
do you want it sent to
Love
you?
it.
Alright, give me one. I don't know if it's true or not.
Send it to me.
Okay. I don't know if it's real or not. I just found it on Pinterest and I was like, oh.
I think it is. You could put that on a T-shirt. Just a bunch of elements.
Yeah, I know. I have some other ones that I could find t-shirt, but I just I want. No, I can't.
That'll be fun. Anyway, I have to get ready for the next class,
I wanted to
which
do
is you.
something similar on as my nickname, but I was like, he's a chemistry teacher, so I'm gonna get in trouble. Who knows what it's a.